We begin tonight with developing news from Algeria, where RCMP investigators have identified the remains of a second Canadian involved in that deadly terrorist attack on a gas plant in January. At least 38 hostages and 29 militants were killed in the four-day siege. It ended when the Algerian military stormed the plant. At the time, reports said Canadians were among the suspected terrorists. Some survivors said at least one of the militants spoke English with a North American accent. Foreign Affairs sent RCMP investigators to the plant, where they used forensic analysis to identify the remains. And joining us now is Anthony Seaboyer, who teaches at the Royal Military College of Canada and specializes in national security. Anthony, DNA and fingerprints were used to identify the two Canadians. Does this suggest that this country is prime territory for recruiters?
I mean, it absolutely raised a lot of questions. One, dead Canadian body was one thing, but two is a whole other picture. I mean, it raised a lot of questions. There are reasons why terrorist organizations would like to recruit Canadians. One being the reputation of Canadians not being, active in any kind of activities like this normally, and secondly, the passports, which enable us entry into many countries fairly easily. So these are some reasons why terrorist organizations are interested in recruiting Canadians.
And can we call this homegrown terror?
Well, it really depends. At this point, I think it's too early because we have to look at what role did they really play, what did they do in Canada actually, did they plan any of this in Canada? From what we know so far, most likely was the whole attack was planned in Mali actually. We don't know to what extent really Canadian institutions had any possibility to engage in this. Were they here, how long were they here, all this has to be shown, I think, has to be seen.
And is Canada a possible target?
Well, absolutely. That has always been the case. It's increasingly the case, and we have to look out for that. But I think after the India report, the Canadian security institutions have increased their cooperation, have become a lot stronger and more efficient in preventing these kind of activities in Canada.
Okay. Professor Anthony Seaboyer in Kingston, thank you.